Hey guys, welcome to our Google Hangout tonight. We're so honored to have each of you here. My name is Brent,
I'm Julie.
and we're ambassadors from Pensacola, Florida. And we have a special guest online. But before we do have our special guest, we have a drawing tonight. I've kind of got this spot right here. I got to get this hat on. So Julie's got our names in my Plexus hat, and we had some questions that we were asking on the Pink Posse, and the giveaway was the 4-year career. So Julie's got all the names in the hat, and she's going to pull out a name right now, and we're going to see who won the hat. So why don't you drum roll? Oh, there we go. Drum roll, please.
Miss
Sammy Johnson. Woo! Sammy, if you will message me your address, we will get this 4-year career mailed to you. And, thank you guys for listening. Now, we've got all of the answers right here for the questions that were given. We're going to post those into the Posse after the Google Hangout tonight. Maybe if we have a little bit of time, we'll go over some of these. So it's been great. You've had a productive Plexus week, Julie?
Yes, I have. Productive day.
Productive day. So what kind of happened you've had?
I've had a few people. In fact, sitting right here, right before we got started, I had someone message me, and
it's a friend of ours from
Georgia. And she's not tried the products, and she's interested. So
15 years ago.
Yeah.
About 16. Yeah, about 16 years since we.
So I was just messaging her and sending her the video, and
you actually had at least two.
I had two other new customers contact me yesterday, and then also
you had two ambassadors that are going to become active again.
That are wanting to become active again as well.
So,
yes.
Woo, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, enough about us.
Yes.
It's all about Shauna tonight. So, Shauna, we are so honored to have you on our call. This is Shauna Buning. I hope I said that correctly. And
yes.
Shauna has, for the last 5 months, I don't know if you've known it until we said it on Facebook, but you have led our team in sales. So you rock $4,200 and something last month. How in the world did you sell $4,200 worth of Plexus?
A lot of dedication and a lot of follow-up.
A lot of dedication. The fortune is in the follow-up. Sheila Medina says that all the time. So I want you to let's kind of backtrack a little bit. I want you to give us a little bit about your story. I know that you're a single mom, and you have a 14-year-old. So give us a little bit of your history and your background.
Basically, like you said, Brent, there, I'm a single mom. I have a 14-year-old wonderful son who keeps me busy. I work full-time job at a local factory here in Columbus, Indiana, where I'm a production control manager. I've been with that company for 7 years. Most of my background is in quality control. So basically, that's pretty much my life in a nutshell. There's not much time left between work, my son, and now Plexus. So I'm fortunate to be a part of this great company and these amazing products. I don't know. I can't say anything about I can go on and on and on, as we all know how great the products are, and I just can't fathom how amazing all of this has been and how fortunate it has been to fall into my lap to be a part of this.
How did you go ahead?
Well, I was going to say I love your product placement over your left shoulder back there.
You like that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, how did you find out about Plexus?
Actually, I found out pretty much like everybody else does on Facebook. I've seen some ads in a local garage sale site from Amber Espinoza.
Okay.
I didn't know Amber at the time. Basically, I'd never heard of Plexus. I, like many other people out there, have tried many other diet products and all kinds of different things. I have hypothyroidism. I've had it for 13 years, and there's a lot that comes with that illness. Basically, I developed after giving birth to my son. So I don't know how you want to look at it, if it was a good thing or a bad thing. Having the son was a good thing, but developing hypothyroid wasn't. I guess it's pretty common after childbirth in women. But there's a lot of different things that come along with hypothyroidism. And I had done pretty much everything out there, even as far as starving myself, but that didn't work because basically I just added more fatigue to my already fatigue that I already had.
Right.
So I had emailed, basically, I had messaged through Facebook to Amber, basically just asking her about the products, pretty much like everybody else does out there. And she pretty much told me everything about the product and left it at that. I didn't really pursue much more into it, and she didn't really push. But I kept in touch with her off and on for probably 6 months before I decided to actually take the plunge and start the product. So I actually had encountered some more people through Facebook ads, basically for two things. I saw another ad of a lady who had hypothyroidism and was also able to reduce her thyroid medication, and that kind of intrigued me that she was able to do that with Plexus. So I basically did a question with her. Basically, I wanted to see two things. I wanted to see, one, how did she get off or lower her synthroid medication? And number two, I wanted to make sure that the product information I got from Amber was the same product information I was going to get from somebody else, and they weren't going to be mixed stories, because that happens a lot to people. They get misinterpretations from different people. But the funny thing was, they both told me down to the T the exact product descriptions. So that it was very interesting to me that both of these people on two different aspects of the United States, because the other girl wasn't even in our local community, basically told me the exact same product description. And I thought that was very impressive that they both knew the product.
And they knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, in the information that you sent me earlier, you said a few things. You said I was extremely overweight, unhappy with my weight and my life. I had low self-esteem, bad moods. I was battling with a hypothyroidism for 13 years. I was extremely tired all the time, not sleeping great, and the list goes on and on.
Correct.
Yeah, so going into this, you had to be a little bit skeptical. Is Plexus going to even work for me? I've got all these things wrong with me. How in the world can it work for me?
Absolutely. And then basically that was the reason it did take me 6 months to actually decide to do it. I, like many other people out there who have tried many other products, a lot of them, I'm not saying a lot of them aren't good products, but there are a lot of them are developed to work different ways with you. And unless you stick to a strict diet of calorie counting, meal replacements, and things like that, it's very hard to get something to work with your body and make your body work the way it was actually designed to do. And a lot of products out there fail for people. So that's why it kind of took me that long before I decided to. In my last thought of the reason to try it was, at this point I've tried everything else. What's one more product?
Yeah, why not one more product?
Yeah, I mean, why not? At this point, I've thrown a lot of money down the toilet, so to speak. So what's another $100 to throw away? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it didn't. But like I said in my testimonies, I didn't tell anybody I was taking the product. Not because I was ashamed of the product. I just didn't know if it was going to work. Nothing else for me at this point had. So I just didn't tell anybody. I mean, I basically, the only people that knew I was doing it besides my son was Amber. So because I actually signed up under her as an ambassador, not to have anything to do with the promoting part or earning commissions. I just wanted to get the product the cheapest I could, because I'm a single parent, and money doesn't come easy for me working a full-time job and supporting a teenager. So
you really didn't care anything about the business side. You were just really concerned about the health side.
Yes, basically, yes. I just wanted to basically see if the products actually did what I had seen in these success testimonies posted on Facebook. And that was the only thing I wanted to have anything to do with it. And up until March, I started the products in December of 2013. In my first month, I lost 23 pounds.
Wow.
I didn't change anything. I didn't eat any special foods. I just took Accelerator Plus and Slim. Those were the only two products I started with. And the funny thing is I always tell this in my opportunity meetings and things local and in my testimonies to people that I talk to, is the day that I signed up, Amber gave me a free 3-day trial pack. And I had just moved into a new house, my son and I needed to paint the entire inside of the house for a reduction in my deposit. And I wasn't looking forward to it because, like I said, I have hypothyroidism, and high fatigue is a big, big issue with hyperthyroidism. And I just don't have the energy. And it wasn't something I was looking forward to, but I needed to do it because, you know, the landlord had already given me money off of the deposit, so I had to come through and paint this house. And the house I live in, I have 4 bedrooms upstairs, 2 baths, computer room, living room, and you name it. You know, it's a pretty big house for just me and my son. So I took the first 3-day sample trial pack the following day, which would have been a Saturday for me. And I took it in the morning, and by the time I sat down that night, I had painted the whole entire inside of the house and never even flinched. Never even knew that I had that much energy till I sat down on the couch that night and thought, wow, I got a lot done today. And by Monday was my last day, and I hadn't ordered my my welcome pack because I wanted to wait until Black Friday.
Okay.
So as Amber had mentioned to me, they normally run a sale on Black Friday, so you might want to wait till then. But I didn't have any more product after the 3-day, and I hadn't ordered my month supply yet, and I needed to have that product. So I called Amber on the phone and said, look, do you have any more of those 3-day packs I can buy from you? So we met local at the Walgreens parking lot, and I bought some more of them. I just had to have it. After that, I was hooked.
A little pink deal going on.
Yeah, I just had to have the energy. That's the best thing for me was the energy that it gave me. I just couldn't believe it. But like I said, my first month I'd lost 23 pounds. We had a really bad winter that year, and I hadn't seen a lot of my family members or anything. But again, like I said, I never told anybody I was taking the product. And come January, I was able to start getting out of the house because of the weather. And I went to my parents' house for the first time. I hadn't seen them in about a month and a half, and I'd been taking this product since that time. And as soon as I walked in the door, my mom's mouth dropped to the floor, and she said, my gosh, look how much weight you've lost. And at that point, when somebody tells you that, when you're looking in the mirror yourself, you may not see what everybody else sees. But when she told me that at that point in January, I knew at that point that this product worked.
That's fabulous.
So I remember taking my before and after photos, and I sent them solely to Amber. And this was in February, and I said, Amber, do you think it'd be a big deal to put this on my Facebook page? And she said, oh my gosh, is that you? She hadn't seen me either. And I said, yeah, this is me. And she said, you have to post this. So I did. I was kind of skeptic because there's a lot of weird things happen on Facebook at times, and I was kind of skeptic. So I actually posted on my own personal Facebook page. At this time, I wasn't, again, interested in any side of the business part of it, and wasn't a member of very many Facebook groups at this point. So when I posted it on my personal page, I got bombarded with people asking me, oh my gosh, what are you doing? What are you taking it? How can I get it? And at that point, I saw a light go off. And basically, for me, it was just like, there are so many people out there who suffer just like me, or suffer from something else, not so much like me, but have a need for this product, and I just need to tell people about it. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, can you imagine, she didn't go into this for the money, just for the health, but just alone, your retail commissions this month will be over $1,000.
Yes.
How will $1,000 help you this month?
It's going straight in the bank. Where all the rest of them has went. My son thinks he's going to get a laptop computer, but that's not. He keeps hounding me with it. Mom, you're making so much money. I'm like, yeah, but it's going in the bank. You don't understand.
Smart mom.
I made him a promise when I get to Emerald, he'll get that laptop.
There you go. There you go.
And I will get to Emerald.
There you go. Yes, you will. I believe that. You know, it's amazing to see what you've done. Now, your notes here said you're down 78 pounds.
Yes.
That's our son. You lost our son.
Yeah, my dad says you lost a person.
Yeah, you did. You lost our son. He's 70-something pounds, and so you lost a sixth grader. Let me just say it that way.
Yeah.
3 exercises.
Yep.
Numerous inches, and per your doctor's orders, you're off your thyroid medication.
Actually, yes, and that was surprising because I started the product, like I said, in December of 2013, and my next blood work would have been February of 2014, and I was actually, for the first time in 13 years, had a normal test result and was removed from my Synthroid medication in just 2 months of being on the product.
That's fabulous. How did that make you feel when he took you off of that?
Well, first she asked me what was I doing.
Okay.
And I basically, told her what I'd been doing and everything, and I showed her the product labels and everything, and she said, keep doing what you're doing. It's obviously working for you. But I was ecstatic. I had to tell, of course, I posted it on Facebook, and I had to tell my family members and everything, because for me it was a big deal because I'd struggled with this illness, basically, like I said, since the day of having birth of my son. So all the time that I've been raising my son, and I got divorced when my son was 4. So all this time I have had this illness with this high fatigue, being overweight, no metabolism, brittle nails. I was losing my eyebrows. My hair was thinning and falling out when I brushed it. There's a lot of different things that goes on with hypothyroidism, and for me it was like, you mean there was a product out there that I could take, and I've only took it for 2 months, and look at me now, and look at my test results, and I had great energy. I wasn't tired. I was able to do things, but the best thing probably for me out of all of it, yeah, it was great to get off the Synthroid medication, but for me, the best thing was taking the Accelerator Plus, and the mood enhancer ingredient that is in the product has helped me tremendously, because I would get very irritated at any little thing, and I know you guys know with a teenager, it's very easy to get irritated at the littlest things.
Hey, we wouldn't know anything about that.
Nobody out there knows what I'm talking about. But my son would always say, Mom, it's not that big of a deal, and it was to me. For some reason, whatever he had done or whatever he didn't do was a big deal to me. But since being on the medication, since being on Accelerator, I don't have those issues. Nothing seems to really bother me that much. My moods are like tremendous. Most things that used to just tick me off pretty much now just slide off my back, and I pretty much have the outlook that it's really not worth making a big fuss.
I love it that you say that you have great self-esteem.
Yes.
You sleep tremendously. You have great moods, and you have tons of energy now. And that's just all a byproduct of the products that you're taking and how it's really radically transformed your life, and you'll never be without these products.
No, I tell people that all the time that I talk to on a daily basis, and it's nothing for me to talk to or answer at least 100 Facebook messages a day. Actually, I have about 5 of them waiting on me right now, as a matter of fact. But I'm really keen. I try to train myself that I don't let, if someone asks me a question on Facebook, I don't let that person wait for hours or till I get off of work. I'm constantly working at my job and on my cell phone at the same time, texting back and forth and doing my job, kind of multitasking. I think it's very important not to keep people waiting and to build a relationship. That's my biggest thing with these people. And I tell them, most people will say, how much does it cost? Of course, they always ask me that.
Right.
Always ask me, how fast can I lose weight? That's another thing they always ask me. And the other thing is, what happens when I stop taking the product? And I always tell people that you can stop taking the product at any time. You just can't go back to your bad habits or develop any more bad habits along the way. But I tell them, for me, there are certain products that I take now that I'll never not be without, like you said. Like the X Factor vitamin. I have really bad allergies. I have sinus infections pretty much all my life. I have allergies to common household dust and change in the weather. So it's nothing for me to have a sinus cold or be taking amoxicillin or anything, especially when the weather changes. Like now in April, it gets really rainy. So that's a change in the weather. And then when it starts getting hot and dry, I would have sinus infections all the time. I have not had a cold since last year, over a year since I've been taking the X Factor vitamin.
That's great.
And that would be one product that I will never be without.
Now, let me ask you, your rank, you're a silver ambassador right now,
Yes.
headed towards gold.
Yes.
You've added how many people in the last 2 months? I mean, last month and up till now.
It was, I think it's 7, 8, or 9, somewhere in there. I'd have to go add them up, somewhere in there.
That's fabulous. Now, let me ask you, the people that you have that are your customers now, whether they're retail or preferred customers, are you seeing some of them become ambassadors now? Is that what's happening? Is that how you're adding people to your team right now?
Yeah, probably I would say out of the last 7, I would say 4 of those have been previous preferred customers. I actually was contacted over the weekend. I was contacted yesterday by a lady who had taken some product from me a couple months ago, and she's, I think, going to sign up as an ambassador tomorrow. And then I have another lady who has been a preferred customer for 2 weeks and is going to sign up this coming Friday as an ambassador, just because they're so wowed by the product.
That's fabulous.
Hey, Shauna, share with everybody how you get your people to do it as a preferred. 2 times now you've been featured in the weekly stars.
Yes.
And this last week you were the second to the top.
Yeah.
Preferreds. So share with us how you do that. Yes.
Well, basically, thank you. I'm very at like awe, and I'm humble to see myself on that list. I mean, like I said, I'm very humbled to be a part of the company. Anyways, I just love the people that I meet and going to leaders retreat and convention and things like that. Convention last year in Dallas was the day that I drew the line in the sand, as they say, and that became the day that I actually made my long-term goals. And I actually told Amber that day in the hotel room. She asked me to set my goals, and I did. And I'm not there yet, but I'm really close. But for me, when I talk to people, like I said, I talk to a lot of people every day. I do a lot of follow-ups. So, I mean, I keep all of my Facebook messages. I keep a date planner, and I write people's names down, and I get back with them on that day. Whether they're ready to buy or not, I just check in with them and ask them, hey, at one time we talked about this, and are you ready to start your journey? And I basically, I have an outline that I use for every person, regardless of what the person asks me. A lot of people will say, how much does it cost? It will be the first question they ask me. They don't even ask me what the name of the product is or what company do I work for. They just want to know how much it costs. I don't even answer the question back. I go in with saying, what does Plexus do? And I treat everybody like that, and I basically build a relationship with that person. I feel that the products sell themselves. Obviously, you know that. We see tons of success testimonies all over Facebook, and I'm sure that a lot of people see those testimonies. But for me, I have to sell myself. And that's the biggest thing is I've come to the realization here probably in the last 6 months, I took a step back and said, okay, I want to do something within this company, but how can I get myself there? So I'm like everybody else. Everybody posts the success testimonies on Facebook, and that's great, and that's what people want to see, but the products sell themselves, but I need to sell me. So when I talk to someone and they ask me how much does it cost, when we get to that point, I'll basically tell them the preferred price. I never, ever have told anyone right off the bat the retail price. I tell them.
Most of your customers are preferreds?
Yes.
So you're going to have an amazing check.
Yes.
You're going to have an amazing, amazing check.
Just, yeah, and you add in my cash bonuses on my preferred. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, my cash bonus on my preferred is just about as much as my commission on everything.
That is fabulous. You know, you're talking about, I'm hearing a few things here. You're a single mom.
Yes.
You're busy.
Yes.
You work full time.
Yes.
You're busy.
Yes.
But you still see what Plexus can do. Thirdly, you see what Plexus can do and how it can radically change your life and your financial future. Julie, read what you found yesterday, and you put it in the Posse yesterday.
It was just a little quote here. It says, "I'm working 40 hours a week for 40 years to not achieve my hopes and dreams. But I can't find 5 hours a week for the next 5 years for my network marketing business that can give me everything I ever dreamed of." Any idea how stupid that is?
You know, that's true. So people won't even invest that. But you, who are extremely busy, see the benefit and what it has done for you, not only physically, but what it's done financially for you and your son, and how Plexus is such a huge, huge blessing for you.
Yeah, I absolutely. I mean, I tell Amber all the time. I thank her quite often for introducing me to this. You know, I thank God that He showed me this. Obviously, I think there had to be a reason that when I found that post on Facebook back in June of 2013, there had to have been a reason, and I think God had this plan for me to actually do this. And I tell people that, you know, I'm not a salesman, and a lot of people think that, and I said, you know, I don't sell anything other than myself. I just want to be known as a person who is just like everybody else out there and has dealt with issues as far as weight or some type of illness that has caused them some other type of roadblock in their life. You know, there are a lot of single parents out there. I talk to a lot of them all the time, and they always tell me, I really need to lose X amount of pounds, or my back is hurting, or this or that, but I can't afford it because I'm a single mom. And I always come back with, so am I.
You can prove that wrong, because you're a single mom. That's I mean, I know that it would be easier for me and Julie being a couple, and, you know, both of us having an income to do that. So I understand the difficulty there, but you can prove to them that a single mom can do it and be successful and make a lot of money doing this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Think of no, her mind. I can't even think now. Her name.
Oh,
Lost me.
Allison.
Yeah, Allison Bro. Have you
Yep.
watched her documentary?
Yep.
Allison Bro.
You know, a single mom that couldn't even buy her welcome pack, and her dad actually signed her up into
Yep.
Plexus, and to give her a shot at this, and it's just amazing what has done for her. Now let me, I'm gonna point blank ask you to share a couple things goal wise. Would you share with us? Do you envision how many people you're going to add to your team this month?
My goal is to at least match or exceed what I did last month
That's fabulous.
in sales. I've already added more people this month already, but my goal, I think I added 22, I think it was, preferred customers just last month, on top of what I already added in January. I'm hoping to just keep adding more to that. But I focus my business on two ways. Yeah, the preferred customers are great, and they make, they do make us the money. But for me to exceed in the company, I need to build my team. So
Yes.
I actually look at it two ways. So when I do my posts on Facebook, I post, I don't know how, I can't tell you how many times a day I'm actually posting. But a lot, for me, it's two things. It's for me to get people to get the product, and it's also for me to build my team. I'm slowly seeing that increasing in both, which is good for me. I had a slow start. Like I said, I didn't really want to do any of it.
I could really see, looking at our lineage, I could see in the last months you've really taken a lot of traction with your team.
Yes.
And you can see it's really growing there. So that is very exciting. Now I'm going to ask you one more question. You talked about a lot of single moms that are contacting you. Do you have a network of single moms that you're in, that you're talking about Plexus in, or?
Yeah, I have. I think I have like 8 or 9 different ones that I'm in. A lot of them are like work from home moms and dads. There's a lot of different ones on Facebook, and I post quite often in those. When I post, I don't normally have a list of, I will post to these only for opportunity, and I will post to these groups for only the availability of the products. I post to both, and I find that even though it might be a group that is basically like a group based for just some type of marketing, I will still post the availability of product, and I still get a lot of feedback from that type of group, from people who have a need for the product. So I kind of find it both ways. So but I am in, I think it's 8 groups that I'm in. Might be more. I'm a member of over 400 Facebook groups. So that's a big thing for me. I do a lot of research and training myself on the marketing side for the what do you want to call it, like lead capture.
Right.
I'm a big believer in SEOs.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't probably know what that is, but there's a lot of different ways, and I watch a lot of videos, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch a lot of Sarah Marvel, and I watch a lot of Sonia Dudley, and I watch those videos and everything, and I listen to the leadership in all of those other books and stuff. But for me, my thing is I'm trying to take a different approach and a different avenue with this, because I think so many people are getting trained by their teams for the leadership roles and the Eric Worre, and all those are great, and I've read all of those, and those are great for me, but I want to take a different path and a different avenue, and try to expand in a different way. And those are the things that I'm working on now, and I'm doing a lot of different things. So I get a lot of different feedback and contacts and traffic from not just Facebook, but for the way that I make my post on Facebook.
That's great. That's great. Well,
You know, I'm sitting here thinking, you said just a few minutes ago, last month you added 22 preferred customers on top of what you had.
Mm-hmm.
Does that ever just, you thinking about that, does that ever just overwhelm you, the amount of lives that you have changed and are
Yes.
changed?
Yes.
I mean, just me thinking about it is overwhelming me of that, of what you're doing. I mean, that's just amazing. Did you ever dream that
No.
you would be touching many lives?
No, like I said, when I first started this, I wanted nothing to do with the business side. I have been, you know, I had done little odds and ends, you know, direct marketing things before. Never anything panned out for me, but nothing like I'm doing now. And I think it's the way that you take the approach. There, you know, there's a lot of people out there who take the approach of greed.
Right.
And when they see the opportunity, it's $34.95. Oh, well, I'm just going to be greedy. And, you know, there's a lot of people that are like that and say, well, it didn't cost me much, and I'm just going to take every dime I can. But that only gets you so far.
Right.
And for me, like I said, I just have to take a different approach. And basically, for me, I never dreamt that I would be doing any of this, what I'm doing now, but it's so rewarding to me. I tell my son all the time that, yeah, my paycheck's great, don't get me wrong, but when I get a message one day out of the clear blue from somebody that says, oh my gosh, I got on the scale today and I lost 5 pounds and I've only been taking this product for 2 weeks. Or I have people that tell me, like today I had a lady contact me, like I said, had been on the product for just a week, and she's a single mom, and she said, I have so many people that could use this amazing product. Count me in Friday, I'm going to sign up.
that's amazing.
Awesome.
You know, those things to me right there are there's no amount of money, you know, like the commercial says, priceless.
Right.
Well,
And it's just so heartwarming for me to get all of those comments and feedback from people that I have helped. And I tell, and you know, that's a big thing for me is I've got the mindset that I'm not a salesperson. All I'm doing is telling people the availability of this wonderful product.
right.
You know, if they buy, they do. If they don't, they don't. I can't get everybody. You know, if I had everybody buying that I talked to, there would be no doubt in my mind I'd be making a lot of money. But that, you know,
I believe that you're going to be an emerald.
I
Emerald
believe
and
you're gonna be
you're
a
a
diamond.
diamond. You're a diamond.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, I'll get there. I'm just baby steps at a time. But for me,
you know what, that's what it takes. It
I mean,
takes
that's
baby
the
steps. And
journey. That is
you
the
know,
journey.
sometimes your journey, you get somewhere and you may back up a little bit, but then you go forward again, and it's just part of the process. And we're just grateful to God that you are on our team, that God put you in our downline, and you know, you got some wonderful leaders in Amber and Jennifer, and you know, we're excited about seeing what's going to happen with you. You've definitely been a product of the product. There's no doubt about that.
absolutely.
A product of the product, and you know, we're excited to see what's going to happen. I can't wait to see what happens towards the end of this month and how many people you're adding to your team, because it's gonna just keep growing and growing and growing. And you know, a lot of people have been in the business a long time, and like you said, you were in it since December of 13, and you're really starting to take traction now. So you know, you may have been in your business. Someone watching tonight, you may have been in your business a year, 2 years, or 3 years. You know, you can still get the traction that you need in your business and to grow your business and see the great results that come from your business. So, Shauna, thank you so much. We're just totally honored that you're on our Hangout tonight. And we had some technical difficulties trying to get things worked out. We started a little bit late, but we appreciate so much you being on tonight.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
We're honored. Sammy, we're going to get your book to you. So you make sure that you message us your address, and we'll take care of that. And then all of the answers for the quiz, there was probably 10 different things on there. Yeah, there was 10 different things. We'll put all those in the Posse and make sure that they can see that. Do you have anything that you want to say in closing?
No, just keep sharing. Just
keep sharing. Keep sharing. And Julie's got some cool things that she's going to be posting in the next couple of days that God's laid on her heart for our business, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. And I hear you're doing local meetings, so that's fabulous, and keep those up, and that's very important. Let me, guys, if you don't mind, let me pray, and we'll close out tonight, okay? Let's pray. Father, we thank you for the opportunity and the blessing that you've given us to share Plexus. Lord, thank you for Shauna and how you've blessed her business. Lord, a single mom, and all of these lists of difficulties that she shared with us earlier. And Lord, through the God-given products that you gave us, I believe, that are God-given to us, Lord, you've just totally changed her life and transformed her. Lord, 78 pounds lost, energy, good mood, sleeping, and Lord, we just praise you for that. And Lord, I pray that you just continue to keep your hand upon her business. Lord, I pray for her business to grow. Lord, I pray for all of those across our team, and Lord, that you would just continue to bless each of their businesses. Lord, bring them new customers. Lord, I pray that you would expand it. I'm expecting to see some people rank up this month, and I know we have people that are close to different ranks right now. And Lord, I pray that you just bless them as they strive to rank up this week. That you just bless them. Help us to get our goals out there, set them, Lord, and go forth with them. I pray for our company as a whole, Lord, One Plexus, that you would just be with our ambassadors worldwide, and Lord, our corporate executives, I pray that you continue to bless as they lead our great company. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Thank you so much for being on tonight. Lindlin, thank you. I know you're in the dark over there, but thank you for being our host tonight, our co-host, and for keeping us going, because we couldn't do it without her, could we?
No.
We couldn't do it without her. So, guys,
Not at all.
signing off from Pensacola, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey,
Bye.
Shauna,